Hello. I just started this stream and like usual, I don't know if we're live yet, so I'll just have to do some confirmation. Let's see, that says we're live, so that's very nice. Then we have to check this chat. Chat should be working now. Let's just go ahead and
Hello.
Do we have any viewers? Hello. Hello to Casper. You are saying hello. Hey. Oh yes, we are getting the connection perfectly. Hello to all 3 of you. 5 of you. Oh damn, we are speeding up. We'll just have to check this.
And do we have any viewers?
And then I'll do it like this. Hello to all of you. Can I just move my chair away a little bit?
We are getting the connection.
There we go. Is the audio all right? I feel my voice may be a little bit lower than my music. I'm live. Thank you for clarifying, HighTechAnts. And we have Cryptic C in the chat. We have Leopold. We have Ant Island, HighTechAnts. 1T loomed over.
Is the audio all right?
Greetish mapping.
I'm live.
Thank you for clarifying. Bakersfield Ants. Hello. And Shadow 165. Hello. Echo. We have Ant Island, Echo. Loomed over. I'm getting an echo. Oh, no. Mapping. Boom. I think the echo is gone. That is my mistake. Can we just get a confirmation? Is the echo gone? My brother's drinking King beer and I'm drinking Pepsi, not sponsor. Because that's something you definitely need to. There's still an echo. Don't with delay. Perfect. Just call me Island. Now it's okay. Thank you for joining, WaKooshi. I am looking forward to making a video on the latest Niger Experiment 2021. Currently all of the colonies have X and it's a really nice setup, I must say. For all of those not knowing, I am doing a big latest Niger Experiment this year with 16 different colonies in 16 different setups. Just to clarify a few things, because, well, a red lit versus black lit versus no lit. Is there any difference? I'm trying to test it out. My this part forehead is very, very white. That's a little bit annoying. Anyway, that's just how it is. No more echo yet. Thank you for being so quick to say. It would be a shame if we had a longer echo. The reason we had an echo is because last time when I chatted with Antscapes, I had a couple of changes, and now I have fixed that. So. Yeah, now my one chat is behind the other chats. Yeah, that's just how it is. So, how are you all doing today? I see we have a few people in the chat, and to be honest, I can't understand Russian. I just say see Campanotus Vegas. How are you, Shadow 163? 165? How are you doing? I'm personally doing quite well. I made a little test TikTok stream just to get in the mood of talking, because going from editing video to standing and being all happy always takes some time to get into. Bottle flips. Well, this wall in the background, it broke a little bit back, so it couldn't fit. It sat over there on the wall before, and now it can't do that anymore. And then I just placed it like this, and well now oh, you can't even see it on the video. It is all crooked, so I can't use it anymore. That's also why in my new videos that will pop out next week, you won't see any of these walls, because I just zoomed in a little bit more, so you can't see them really. But the bottle flips, I'm not sure I will have any today, I'm sorry. But you never know, if it's all happy, we will have some bottle flips maybe. My Lacious Niger Queen just laid the first egg of the colony. When should I feed them? Good question, Casper. From TikTok, I think you're the Casper. Well, a general rule of thumb is don't feed your colonies before the first worker hatch, because up to that point where the first worker hatched, you're really just stressing the colony or the queen if you're trying to feed them. Some people take some sugar water or some honey or some sunburst and put a little bit on the cotton. So the plug, you can just unplug, put a little bit of sugar and put it back in. The queen will then go over and sip a little bit of that sugar water, and after a day or two you can just take the cotton block, throw it away, take a new cotton ball and put it in again to get a clean test tube. You can feed a little bit of sugar on the cotton ball. Personally, I have not done it, so yeah, that's just you don't need to do it. And Casper is the Casper. Wow, you really think you are the Casper? Okay. Respect for that. Yeah, wait till she gets her first workers. That's just basically, you can feed her sugar water on the cotton block, but I'd wait till the first workers come out. I also saw Stan's Ant. Hey, Mr. Hull. Hello to Stan's Ant. Everybody go subscribe to Stan's Ant. A little mini shout out to him. A new and upcoming YouTuber, hopefully. What else do we have? C says, hi bro, just discovered your channel, really enjoying your videos. Thank you for joining the channel. Thank you for subscribing, or yeah, thank you for discovering me and watching my videos. Next week we'll have 2 videos. We'll both have I can't even remember. What's the first video? Yeah, I can't remember. Wait, is this? Oh, Nicobarensis, I think. I'll let me just check. Yeah, on Thursday we will have a Nicobarensis video and Camponotus nicobarensis, and on Sunday we will have a Lacheus flavus video. And the Lacheus flavus video is one of my favorite videos in a while. Within every 5 videos or something, I just get a video that just really ends with just being perfect with what I like. And that's one of the videos I just edited today, and I'm really proud of it, so yeah. Hi, I'm getting a Mesobarbarus colony. Are they hard to keep? The thing about Mesobarbarus, and also from Gafuska, they are very easy to stress out, so you have to keep them in a calm environment. Like every time I walk past my Mesobarbarus, I can just, the whole colony just go cray-cray, just because I walked past it. So, and especially with a queen she's even more stressed out before she gets, the more workers she gets, the more safe she feels. So it's really just about having patience, and often a Mesobarbarus queen will just end up dying within the first year of her founding because she stresses out. So therefore it is quite important to just give her the peace. Now I'm not sure it's still on the screen. Okay. The Anthill says, also hello to Matthias Weber. The Anthill says, I'm getting my first parasitic Lacheus species, and they are known for their difficulties due to the queens dying randomly. What could I do to prevent this? I have no idea, to be honest. I got a Lacheus fuligginosus a few days ago, gave her brood, gave her some Lacheus workers. She was all happy, and then she died. Luckily, I found a new Lacheus fuligginosus queen. Gave her the same brood, gave her the same workers, now there was a few more, and she's still alive. She haven't laid any eggs, but yeah, I'm not sure. They just have this, yeah, like you said, they just randomly die sometimes, so I'm not sure what you can do to prevent this. And have you ever kept any real parasitic colonies? No, not successfully. I had a Lacheus umbratus last year. The same thing happened. I gave her brood and gave her workers, and she died a few weeks later this time. Yeah, no problem to Stan's Ant for the shout out. Matthias says, I'm coming home from Germany with, sorry, just a little burp. What is, I don't know what's called. From Germany with my queen that also came. Matthias Weber, I have a question for you. Are you ants and pets? Ants. I don't know if you're the same person. There's another YouTuber that has the same logo, at least. That may just be the same logo, I'm not sure. Update on getting leaf cutters. Well, Ants Davey should get them within a week, and he has to have them for around 3 weeks. So right now it's looking like around 1 month, and then I'll get the colony. And thinking about that, I have a lot of big videos coming up. I need to make a big video on my Mesobarbarus, big video on my Lacheus niger, quite a big video on my Lacius niger experiment, and now also Lacius or leaf cutters. Quite a lot of big videos, getting a little stressed out. But that is why we do a stream today. Because right now I'm 1 week ahead for the first time in a long time with making videos, so that's quite nice. Are maggots any good for feeding ants? To be honest, I don't know. I think all food are quite well to feed ants as long as it's pre-grilled and maybe frozen. I don't know. Maggots are quite small, aren't they? But then again, fruit flies works really well, and they're also small. To be honest, I'm not the guy to ask because I don't know, so I don't know. Bargerfield ants. I recently got a lot of parasitic formica queens, and I gave them pupae, and once they had at least 5 workers, the sanguini parasitic queen started laying eggs. Well, congratulations! That is what I hope to see in the near future with my Camponotus, Lacius folliculosus. Still no eggs, and I don't think it's gonna happen because every time I look at them, once every 3rd day or so, she's just in the middle of the tube on top of all the pupae. She's not over at the cotton ball, so yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Hello to Pavel. Congratulations on all your new colonies. Quite a lot once again. Your list just keeps getting bigger. Shadow165. My Lacius niger colony are in the test tube currently, and they have around 30 to 35 workers. When do you think I should move them into a nest/formicarium? Good question. The rule of thumb is always when you can't feed them anymore. When they escape, when you try to feed them, you can move them into a small nest. The thing is, that's what I did with my Lacius niger experiment 3 or 4 months ago, and the nest was small, and still then it was just way too big for the colony. So maybe you can give them a little outworld, DIY outworld. I have DIY outworlds for a lot of my colonies, and when they have maybe 50 workers, you can then move them into a nest, because if you see my Lacius niger experiment episode 5 or 6, you will see that a quite large colony was way too big for the nest I got them. Hoverfluffer asks, when are you going back to work? Tomorrow, sadly. Have to wake up at 4:20 a.m, so can't wait to do that. Ants Islands, my Fidoli Indica Queen got nanitics. Congratulations! I have yet to get any new queens this year that have got any nanitics. I have larvae and larvae and larvae and larvae, at least the queens I caught. So yeah, no new ants for me, at least. No new workers for me. Stan's excited for the new leaf cutters. Yeah, I'm really excited too. I'm a little bit scared because my DIY leaf cutter outworld or setup haven't been turned on for half a year. And last time I turned it on, the glass cracked a little bit. So now when I'm turning it on, it may crack a little bit more. And I really don't hope that is something that will happen. I don't know if WaKooshi is still here. I heard a little rumor about him making quite a cool setup, leaf cutter setups in the progress. No official thing yet. It would be nice to test that maybe, WaKooshi. I can pay, don't you worry. British Irish mapping. I fed mangoes because I may or may not have killed all the fruit flies in my pot. I don't even. I've heard that fruit flies live really shortly, and then they start to rot. So I just buy some, wait a few days till they all hatch out of their small pupae, and then drop them in the freezer. And then I have hundreds of fruit flies, and then when that runs out, I just buy a new batch. Quite annoyingly, I got a lot of mealworms, and yeah, it didn't go that well. I had to throw them all away because it started to rot and all kind of bad things. So sadly, I had to throw that away, and currently I don't have any mealworms, and I should have fed my colonies today. I fed them fruit flies on Thursday. But yeah, that's just how it is. I don't want to feed them fruit flies again because most of my colonies don't like fruit flies too much. A lot of them do, but not all, so therefore I also want to feed some mealworms. It's hot today, it's 27 degrees in my ant room. So yeah. Also, rest in peace to Ant Islands, who caught 2 queens that I don't quite know the species of, and they died. Yeah, that's quite annoying. And WaKooshi can confirm there's a leafcutter setup in development. The rumors are true then, huh? The rumors are true. Need to chat a little bit about that maybe another day. Who will know? Oh, you left your fruit flies in the car for 10 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, then they could all just die. Can you feed mealworms, dried mealworms to ants? It's a good question. Personally, I wouldn't recommend it. I did that with my first Glacius Nigicon I ever got, my first videos on the channels, and the problem is if you dry the mealworms, all the good nutritions kind of dry out. As far as I know, I'm not a pro or anything, that's just how my logic works, because all of this juice you have inside the mealworms, that's what my ants love. They just go over and sip the juice, and when the juice is gone, they go to the mealworm. And if I have a dried mealworm, then well, there's no juice. Hello to the Ant Warrior. Congratulations on your 7 new queens. You shared that video a lot, I must say, on Facebook. Compared to that, you said it was just a short video. Not saying anything bad about that. Personally, I only share my videos all over the place when it's one of these videos that I just really want everybody to see. The problem is, Ant Warrior, if you share all of your videos too often, people will just kind of ignore it slowly. I'm subscribed to you, so therefore I see it anyway. But if there's like 100 people that see you upload and you share it every single time, it just slowly gets into this filtered group of, oh yeah, filtering that away. Therefore, when I have a video that I really want to explode, that one video I share all over the place. And currently I think it's around a month ago or 2 months ago since last I shared a video all over the place. So therefore it's of course different for me because I'm bigger, so I can't talk the same because small guys have some other problems. I personally remember that. But yeah, so therefore, I don't know, I just recommend don't share every single video. Like you said in your own video, it's a short video. But to all of you watching, a shout out to the Ant Warrior. Go subscribe to that channel. That's very good. A lot of talk about that. When do ants fly most? Morning or night? Personally, at least the species I know is at night, but I think it's different from species to species, and I think it's better to Google that than to ask a semi-pro, because I don't know everything and stuff like that. It's not something I know anything really about. Shadow, it's my first time buying a liquid feeder, 2.5 millimeters. Do you know how long that may last for till I fill it up again? I don't know what kind of size that is. I have a lot of the really small ones, the smallest one you can often get, and they last around 5 days or something. But the bigger ones, of course, last a bit longer. But the small one from Biformica lasts me around 5 days, and then I refill it because I don't want to dry out. Ants Junior, hello, I'm finally here, and I nearly missed it. Oh, thank God you didn't miss it. It wouldn't have been good if you have missed this, because you really need to be here. Stan says, on the topic of mealworms, on the mealworm subject, I don't like killing my live mealworms. Even though I boil them, I have to do the thousands in a tub, and I'm not sure. And I have them in thousands in a tub, not sure what to do. I didn't like killing mealworms at the beginning either. It's something you just get used to over time. The problem with killing live animals is often that they wiggle all over the place, and then you feel sad for them because they wiggle. So therefore, I just kind of grab hard to them so they can't wiggle, and then chop the head off, because that's the quickest way. Because if you just tap a little bit because you don't want to hurt them, they wiggle all over the place, and it ends up being a bad cut maybe, so they don't die. Therefore, I just grab firmly, cut it to small pieces. But yeah, you learn it slowly. That's my answer. Oh, that's my advice. Thanks for answering. The thing is, I don't have access to any live food, so I don't know how to get any protein. Depending on where you live, I buy my online or in different shops. It's just about finding out where. Some pet shops do it, some pet shops do it, but you have to find a reptile shop. There's lots online. Again, I don't know where you're from, so I don't know exactly. But here in Denmark, I searched one time and I just found 10 shops, and now I'm using one of them. Insect Boy is also here, so hello to Insect Boy. And no problem with giving advice to you, Ant Warrior. Don't feel free to contact me if you want any more advice. And I can be quite tough if that's what you want. Ants Jr., do you have any general tips for Camponotus? Patience. Patience. The thing is just with Camponotus that they just grow so slow. I didn't really look at my Herculinus for such a long time. And then suddenly they had all of these pupae, and every time I looked at them, a new pupae had hatched. Enclosed, sorry, I need to say enclosed instead of hatched. Something I need to keep in mind. Learned that a few days ago. And now they're in this state of standing completely still again. Larvae is just growing so slow. And suddenly they will all be cocoons, and it will be again every day. Ooh, new workers. So yeah, patience is just key. Yeah, that's all I can say. Also, some of them may be a bit shy. Mine is a little bit shy at least. Can I just say the channel is amazing and so useful and entertaining. You have taught me so much. Full support to you. Thank you. Man, this I drinking a Pepsi today for the first time because normally this is not enough. It's giving me the burps, so that's not too good. But thank you for sharing. It's nice to be at the point where I just know that there are a lot of people watching. I don't know. I never wanted to grow big, but I always just wanted to grow big enough for me to, when I put the hours into every video, that a lot of people watch it, and I feel like I'm just happy with where I am today. So it's really nice that I learn a lot that I can then share to you, and well, then you learn a lot. So yeah, thank you for saying that. That's really meaningful to me. Thank you. I fed a superworm to my brother's turtle. She and I felt sad for my mother's turtle. Yeah, okay. She and I felt sad because it was drowning. The turtle was drowning or the superworm? You're gonna have to clarify that. Pavel says, I'm going on a 14 long camp, so my father will have to feed all my colonies. Okay, good luck to your father. Good luck to your father. You have quite a lot of colonies. I mean, my colony takes an hour to feed, but I can imagine that it takes a little bit longer for you. And congratulations on your major. My Herculinus had a major in the third batch. I think my Camponotus Herculinus also have a mediocre. It's not a major, but it's bigger than the normal worker. In the second batch, I think actually. No, it's the third batch because I got the queen with after the first batch had hatched. I have to ask, can we get a bottle flip? Maybe a bit later on the stream, but currently no bottle flips is set for today. So 8 workers and 1 major. Yeah, I have my colony went from 5 to 4 to 3 workers and then up to 18 workers. And with the 18 workers, I had one of these mediocres, medias. I don't know how to pronounce it. Stan, it's raining cats and dogs in my area at the moment, expecting flights tomorrow. Well, Stan, I hope you get your flights tomorrow, even though you did already get a few queens. And your friend did as well, with a super cool name to one of the queens that I can't remember, and I'm just joking because I can't remember. Worm. I'm gonna have to. The worm was drowning. So did you buy that worm that was drowning, or was it drowning in the turtle, or it's just like the normal? You said superworm. Is that just the normal worms? I'm so confused. Sorry, I'm so confused. Casper says, I know my queens needs silence when in a test tube, but they are in my drawer and I have my PC on the table. Is that it's not vibrating a lot, but do I need to move the queens? To be honest, I would always just move them as far away from where you are, because the more calm the environment, the better. I bought a little ant drawer thing and just put it in the opposite side of my room, just because I wanted them to have a lot of calmness. Although today I can't really say I follow my own advice, because today I just have them on a big shelf covered in tinfoil, and I'm just walking past them every day, but my ant room is too small for me to have them away from me. So yeah, that may be it may be bad for my queens, but I have enough colonies for one queen. So far it's not all that bad for me. But what am I gonna say? But if you are a new beginner, like you are, Casper, I would just recommend to get as much protection as possible and just get them away, because you don't want your colonies to die if it's one of your first colonies. I have 3 corn and none ham touchbacks. I'm sorry, Rose Dona, I'm not sure what you're saying. Are Mesobarbaras fast growing during the beginning stage, 1 to 15 workers? They're pretty average. You need to figure out if they love seeds or hate them, and love protein or hate them. Some colonies will only really eat seeds, some colonies will only really eat protein. If they do take protein and seeds, it's the best. If they only take seeds, they will grow a little bit slower. Mesobarbaras need 90% seeds, or 70 to 80% seeds and 10% protein. But you can't feed them all protein if you want. But some colonies just won't take it. So that's why. But they're like average. They won't really explode before the 2nd year, and that's something I've always heard, but I can finally say with confidence that my Lacius niger have just exploded. My flowers are also starting to explode, and that's the 2nd year. So yeah, the name was Shiranser. I can't say that. Shiranser. Yeah, Shiranser. That's definitely how you pronounce it. Ants Jr. says, my Camanotus ligniperta colony has 2 workers, a queen and 5 larvae. How long do it take to develop? I think it's around 2 months in total, but you know, Google is your friend, and it would be a lot easier to Google. But I think 2 months, because it's such a large species. Nobo is saying, why are you not talking Danish in your videos? Well, because there's a lot more English speaking people in the world, and it takes a lot of time to make one English video. And if I then had to translate that to a Danish to a lot fewer people, I just currently don't have the time. Maybe in the future, or maybe I'll just add some Danish subtitles. That it will be the future, to say the future will tell. Would baby Duba roaches be good for ant food? Yeah, they're perfect. Personally, I don't use it because I currently don't quite know how to farm roaches, even though it's not that bad or not that hard. It just takes time, but yeah, you can definitely do that. It's just quite expensive, because I think a roach takes 2 years to make a baby, for that then to become an adult and all. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, you can use that as ant food. Insect Boy says, when will you update the Mesobarbaras colony? I'm getting an outworld this Tuesday, hopefully. And I'll have to remake the entire setup, and it will take a while. But hopefully Sunday in 2 weeks time, so 14 days if everything goes as planned. Yeah. I have 3 colonies and none of them will eat protein. So I'm guessing you are referring to Mesobarbaras, and yeah, that's just how it is with some Mesobarbaras colonies. Some love seeds and some love seeds and protein, and other colonies just love seeds. And Stan says it's pronounced Chinese. The problem is I still don't know if that's how I pronounce it. Chinese. And my red harvester ant is 2 years old and no eggs, but she has no wings over. Yeah, some queens just don't work to be queens. The problem is, like, if you have a child and you just help them all the time, it's kind of the same thing with the queen, because then when she's on her own, she may just not don't know how to be a queen, and not every ant will just know what to do. Sadly, that is the case with queens as well, because they are being mass produced, they are making thousands of queens, and if 100 of these 1,000 queens go up and mate and land, it will maybe end with 1 or 2 successful colonies. But that also means that the 900 queens that may just land and be eaten, or not be fertile, or land and die, or be eaten by other colonies, may have birth defects and may not be able to lay eggs. That's just the risk in ant keeping. Casper says, great news! While moving my test tube, I checked them again. Don't know if not. I know not to do it too frequently, but when I had to move them, I might as well check up on them. You bad boy. But I could see both of them having brood. Congratulations, that is very nice news. And you're so happy about that, and I get that you are a new ant keeper, and it's always exciting to follow. Now don't look at them. Yeah, because the more you look at them, maybe the queen will just eat all of the brood, and then you won't be that happy, and then you will check on them again. She will lay eggs, and then she will eat them again. That's the problem with queens. They are not too clever if they are stressed. I pronounced it right. Well, then I won't do it again, Stan. So that's just how it is. The Ant Warrior comes back with a response, or not a response, just making fun of the comments. So 2 ant stores are sending me a queen each. They haven't told me to make a video unboxing them, but I am going to make a video for each queen. Would this be a sponsor or not? Well, I say sponsor. I say this is a sponsored video, not meaning I've been paid, but this has been sent to me for free, because sponsoring can both be paying you, but it can also just be giving you products. So yes, that is technically a sponsored video, because you have been getting some products for free. Now, you may ask what... No, yeah, that it's a sponsored video, that's just how it is. But I often just say in my videos, it's sponsored, meaning that I got the products, I wasn't paid myself. So yeah. Rose Dona, sorry for the mispronouncing. Okay, thanks. As over the 3 queens, as the other 3 queens I got at the same time have hundreds. Yeah, that's just the thing. Some queens are just not made to be queens. They were meant to be workers, and they are not. Casper says, I won't. I don't know where you live. But yeah, I'm thinking and checking up on them once or twice a week. Yeah, that's too much, buddy. That's too much. Once or twice a month. I looked at my Tetramorium caspitum queen one day when I got her. The next day, because she seemed a little bit infertile, because she wouldn't be in the cotton. The next day I looked again, and she was finally at the cotton. And the week after I checked on her, and she had laid eggs. And then 3 weeks later I checked on her once again, and she had larvae. So since I got them, I checked on the queen 4 times the first week, just to make sure that she was settling in. Maybe should not do that, but I did, because I literally thought she was infertile. I didn't see any nuptial flights. And then as soon as I saw the eggs, I know that I just had to put them away and just wait. And now it's been 3 weeks, and she had 2 weeks, and she had some nice larvae and some nice brood. Now, Dodge, I can't remember what we said about your name. Can't remember what you wanted to be called. I want your ants, please. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten the entire day. I mean, eat. I don't think if you eat my ants, I don't think you will get that much. I don't think you will get that much protein from eating my ants. To be honest, I don't think there's so much food to eat on that ants, because well, they're quite small, and half of them are an exoskeleton. Okay. Well, as the chat is a little bit dead right now, my live streams are mainly just made about me talking with all of you. But in case that the live stream dies a little, I have asked people on Instagram what they want to see, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different people saying they want me to talk about ants. So yeah. Okay, lesser known ant keeper wants me to talk about him, but you're not that known, so do I know anything about you? Are you even a him? The real question is, that was the real question. Dodge, please stop spamming. That's not too good looking. Will you get a roofer queen? Roofer, please. No, sorry, I won't. I have way too many colonies, and it's starting to take quite a long time for me to feed all of those. What's your favorite colony and why? That's a question that I will answer and put my phone away, because that's one of the questions I have on my phone. I think my favorite colony is my Camponotus herculinus. They're quite amazing, and I just love them, especially after they were all dead and after they all died. He just came back to life. Just quite an insane colony. But yeah, I also love my flowers. My flowers have been through so much after 30 or 40 of them all drowned in honey in the start of the year, and how they're now coming back to life. I think it's between my Lasius flavus, my Lasius niger, and my Camponotus herculinus. But the answer I've said for the longest now is Camponotus herculinus. But now again, the brood is growing, and I'm not looking at them, and they're quite boring once again. So yeah, now I don't really like them that much because I don't look at them. And that's just how it is. As a content creator, I look at a lot at the colony I'm recording, and I start loving that colony, and then I forget about the colony because I record the next colony and I start loving the next colony. Stan says, give your Mimica some salmon. Mine liked it. My Mimica eats everything, so I just feed them some fruit flies and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and they love everything. So yeah, I may feed some salmon, maybe, I'm not sure. I don't even know what kind of fish it is in Danish because I'm not that good with fish names. Dodge, have to go. Goodbye, and call me George. Yeah, that was what the I couldn't call it. I couldn't remember, but George. Yeah, well, have a good day, George. And Lucas GT says, I have a colony of 50 workers and 1 queen. Thermothorax. I feed them every day or every few days because I've seen someone say the power of feeding will make them big. Is that true? It's a good question because it is not true that the more you feed them, the faster they grow. You can actually kill your colony if you feed them too much. That is because when a worker picks up protein, they will have protein in the gaster, in the social stomach, and if they can't feed if they can't get rid of this protein to a larvae or the queen, they will die of food poisoning. I think that may have been what happened to my Novometa cockerelli. I overfed them, and therefore they start to die because I overfed them. So the thing is, you have to feed them appropriate to how much brood they have. So I feed my new colonies once a week because they don't have that much brood. But now I can see my Camponotus herculinus, they have quite a big brood pile, so I can feed them a little bit more. My Lasius niger, they have a really big brood pile. So I went from a small feeding dish. Normally I have this small feeding dish where I put mealworms and fruit flies, to now getting this big feeding dish because, well, the colony has grown quite a lot. So with me feeding them twice a week, I put half fruit flies, half mealworms. But my other colonies, they are still too small for me to overfeed them. So you have to feed them. You have to feed them depending on how much brood they have. If they don't have any brood, or if they have 5 larvae, don't overfeed them because you may just kill the workers with food poisoning. Because ants are not that smart, and when ants find food, they get the food and they save it. But then, if they don't have anything to give it to, they save it and they become sick. So you can overfeed a colony if you do it too often or feed them too much. So therefore feed them appropriate to the brood pile. The Ant Warrior says, what experience have you had with Formica species in an acrylic nest? Whenever I try to move my Formica fusca colony into an acrylic nest, they nest... Sorry. Getting burps from this Pepsi. They move but just don't lay any eggs and slowly die. I only have one colony of Funkifuska and they are currently in an acrylic nest, and every time I look at them they all run out in the outworld. I can't really say that much because I don't know. One thing I do know is that they apparently don't like very high humidity in the nest, so you don't overwater the nest because they apparently like it quite dry. Lucas says, I made a picture, and 1 week later I made another picture and they grew 10 workers. That is really nice. But again, it depends on how much brood they have. On the second year of a colony, they produce way more eggs and they grow way faster, and then you can feed them way more. But in the first year, feed appropriately. Casper says, do you ever do live feedings, like throwing a live mealworm into a colony? I have done it in the past, but I wouldn't recommend anyone do it because it's just bad for the colony. Ants are used to eating dead animals. They don't hunt live animals, and if a live animal suddenly pops in the outworld or in the nest, they stress. They go crazy stressing, and they do everything to try to kill it, meaning that a newborn worker may just run over and die because their exoskeleton hasn't hardened, but they want to save the colony, and the old colonies may die because they want to save the colony. And all in all, I would never recommend feeding live, except if you have a ginormous colony, or if you have a colony that needs live feeding. But if you have Googled your colony and just don't say live feeding all over the place, you don't have to live feed them because it's only a few colonies that needs or requires live feeding. But yes, I have done live feeding and I hate doing it, so therefore I don't do it. And it's very bad, except if you have a really big colony, then it's still very bad. But there you won't necessarily see how many workers that die. And my fiance have said, I've been here the whole time, I will never miss one. I love you. Well, honey, I love you too. And Lucas says, I don't feed them. I don't feed them a lot, though I feed them fruit flies. I didn't know they could die of that. And they can die of anything. They can die of anything if you feed them too much. That's just how it is. But yeah, if you just feed them a little bit every day, I just feed my small colonies once a week, my bigger colony twice a week, and my really big colonies with a bigger feeding dish twice a week. But that's just because I don't want to sit and chop up mealworms every day and all of that. So therefore I do it twice a week and just feed them a lot. That's also better because when the colony gets all of this protein and all the workers have their gaster filled up, instead of them going out the next day and eating new protein, they then go in, feed the larvae, the gaster becomes empty, they become more healthy, and then they go out a few days later and they fill their social stomach up again because there's new food. But if you feed them every day, again, ants can't be stupid, so maybe a worker will go out, feast on it, go in, not share it to anyone else, go out and feast on it once again the next day, and then they can die of food poisoning. But it's not really a big problem because a lot of people don't know about it, but it's just something to have in mind, that you should not overfeed a big colony or a young colony. Again, the bigger the colony gets, the lesser this problem is, but it's a problem for a founding colony and a colony that's around 1 year old, and then after that I think it's quite a lot. It's big enough for you to not worry. This is a name I can't pronounce. Druvin Tilla. Do you feed your Mesobarbarus? Do you know if Mesobarbarus? Do you know? Sorry, I have dyslexia, so I'm not always that good at reading. Do you know if Mesobarbarus, if you give them a fly, they are stuck the fly for food or eat it? I often see it, and sorry, to be honest, I'm not quite sure what you're saying, but you can give flies to your Mesobarbarus. Mine loves them, and this is the thing: you can't live feed if it's really small animals and they're really easy to kill, like fruit flies, because when the fruit flies lands, the worker will just go over and get it, and then the fruit fly can't do any harm to anybody on the colony. And therefore the fruit fly would just be instantly killed by the colony, because then 5 workers are going over and eating the fruit fly. So you can't live feed with small animals because they can't really do any harm. Lucas is saying, by the way, I'm also doing an experiment with niters, I have 2 tubes with 2 queens and 1 tube with 3 queens. Good luck to you, Lucas. Hopefully you get some good results that we can look back at later in life. To be honest, I see a lot of people doing niter experiments after I did mine last year. Wasn't supposed to get more people to do the experiment, it was supposed to get less people to do it. But then again, my Lacius Niter 3A colony is just doing so much better than all the other colonies, so therefore I get why people would do it, because it's just like a brute boosted colony today. So yeah, but I still wouldn't recommend it because, well, you're killing queens. But yeah. Just in case you didn't see it, salmon in Danish is laks. Laks. Yes, did see it before. I just I forgot to read it, but I did see it. So thank you. I will get some laks for my Mamakaruba. So 44 minutes. And let me see, any if you have any questions, we have 13 people watching. Any questions, feel free to pop them in. I just have a few Instagram questions and I'll just read them if there's any good or any good topics. Stanley says, a very good question from Stanley, or a very good topic from Stanley is ants would be a nice topic. You haven't done a video on them in a while. You haven't done a video on them in a while. Yeah. Maybe I should do a video on my ants. What do you know? Do you want me to do a video on my ants? It would be yeah. How can you stay? Yeah, thanks for changing the topic. How can you stand up for so long? I don't know. It's just my amazing body. You know, I have had 3 weeks of vacation. My stomach has been growing, and I can just feel it's just helping me stand up with a bigger stomach. So yeah, that's definitely the secret. Have you ever played Empires of the Underground? Underground? I don't know if that's the name. Now there's a few ant games, and I'm not quite sure there's a few different ant games. I'm not really sure I've ever really looked into the empire of this game. Yeah, I haven't played it. That's all I know. I haven't played it. There's another game. I can't remember the game. There's another game that I have wanted to play where you have a leafcutter colony and you grow them. It's a little bit like Empires of the Underground. I can't remember the game. Either way, no, I have never played any real ant games. So yeah, I have a good topic. Have a look at your topics on Instagram. Stan, that's what I just did. I mean, Stan have made a new or what? Let's just see. Let's see what Stan says. If I can see that I'm expecting a really good topic now, Stan. Can we have an office tour? Office tour. I mean, my room is a mess, but you know, I can't give you a little office tour by just grabbing my camera like this. So this right here is my Mesobarbarus. My microphone. I have to have my microphone. Yeah. So this right here is my Mesobarbarus colony. They had a major escape the other day with a few hundreds, maybe thousands escaping. Not so fun. That's gonna be in the video, and I really need to change the outworld because it's just so dirty, and I've given up a little bit because I know there's a new one coming really soon. Over here we have my top shelf where I have my Formica fusca. Currently I have my Formica fusca, my Camponotus ligniperda experiment, Mamakaruba, and then we have Camponotus herculinus, Lacius flowers in the test tube in the back side, and we have my Lacius fuligonosus. Beneath that we have the Lacius Niter experiment 2021, sponsored by WaKooshi. Nah, not sponsored. I just love saying that because that feels so professional. But yeah, we have the WaKooshi experiment, Lacius Niter experiment provided by WaKooshi. Next to that we have the Fidoli Pieli colony. Can I do this? Yeah, I can do this. Next to that we have the Fidoli Pieli colony. Next to that we have the Nova Mesa Coccarelli. To be honest, I thought the Nova Mesa Coccarelli colony would die because the colony lost its last worker and it was just a queen. I haven't checked on her in 2 days now, but she have 2 big pupae, so she may return and start a new colony. Behind that we have a little test tube portal, I think, by HighTechAnts, I'm not sure that's the name. That is my Camponotus nicobarensis colony. And behind that we have my colony of Tetramorium caspitum. That is where I have, that's just a test tube with the queen. Beneath that we have just a little shelf. This was where I have my mealworms, but they are currently not here. Over there we have, let's just see if there are any other comments. I'll look at them in a minute. That's a really good quick ant tour. Up here we have some of my products that I have for the future. Up here we have all my different ant stuff I use in my everyday ant keeping life. Down here we have some seeds. This down here is where I have to move my Metabarbarus colony pretty soon, so it will be a 2-shelf colony. Yeah, over there I'm currently moving a Lacheus niger colony from one tube or one nest to another nest. Hopefully that video will come out in 3 weeks time. And yeah, I'm putting some light on them to make them move. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I talk like this because I'm such a pro. Yeah, so maybe we should just keep doing that because then I can actually stand all the way over here and stand like this, because maybe you want me to stand like this, because I want to, my wall is crooked, my wall is doing like this, so maybe if I push it back it will be straight again. Let's not do that right now, because well, we have a stream going on and we have okay, taking this as a big insult from this wall. I think I'm gonna throw it out because I hate it now. Just because, yeah, I hate it. Yeah, 10 people just watched me get a wall in my back. So yeah. Back to the yeah, comments. Powell says, I'm going on work now. I'm going on work for my first time. Well, congratulations, Pavel. Good luck at work, if that's what you said. Not sure. Hopefully you have a good day at work then. For some reason I thought you were European, and by that I thought you wouldn't work at this time, but yeah. Sorry, my English is not too good. It's alright, we learn as we live. I mean, does the Metabarbarus eat the whole fruit fly, also the wings and the legs, or are the ants sucking the inside juice from the fly? I think it depends on how hungry the colony is. Most of my colonies just leave the wings. They do take the legs, but they leave the wings, and everything else is eaten. So yeah, that's the answer. Because my ants often put the flies in a corner after a while. Yeah, if they are not hungry, they won't eat the entire thing. No, I think a fly has an exoskeleton as well, meaning that they have a little corpse after they die. Like an ant dies, they also have a little bit of a corpse afterwards. So yeah. If you don't mind asking, was this expensive? Was what expensive? That's quite a lot of things I showed in the room tour, if that's what you asked for. Stan's and says that was fun. You know, Stan, I will kick you out of my Discord server for saying that's funny. I'm clearly joking. You can stay in the server. You are in there more than me because I am never in my server, because that's the kind of person I am apparently. Aaron Warrior says, were you interested in keeping ants as a kid? Only 11 and only thought of keeping them 3 years ago. I discovered Ants Canada in 2015, I think, and I lived with my parents. I was 15 years old at that time. I moved out when I was 17, and I got my ants a month after I moved. So I got my ants when I was 17. When I was a child, I never really thought of getting ants because I didn't know you could. But when I got the hobby when I was 15, and yeah, I got them when I was 17. The joys of a live video. Yeah, Katrina. That's how it is a live video. You get a wall in your head if just, yeah, that's just, yeah. Fail army video coming up soon, where I'm apparently inside of that. I haven't heard of that. Yeah, joking. Hello to 5 days, and Paul says we have summer holidays. I'm 15, helping in a store. You're only 15 years old. I don't know why I thought you were like older than me. I thought you would be 30. It's funny because I never know if it's a boy or a girl, and how old you guys are. So I legit thought that Pavel was like a 30 years old man. So yeah. Same goes to my admin on my Discord server, Nino Tudo. Thought that was a boy until I got corrected by herself. So yeah. And Warrior Dude, a fantastic topic. Good luck. Yeah, Ant Boy is actually, or Ant Warrior, already have a few colonies. So shout out to him for the 14 people watching. Go subscribe to him. Then he can hit that 100 mark. I think you're at around 80 last time I checked. Can't remember, to be honest. Shadow is back with a question. I mean, was everything in the room expensive at all together? And yeah, you know, you can we get a room tour again. So yeah, good luck to Pavel. You now have the entire show. Now we will go back to a little room tour. So everything up here was quite expensive because these are the ant store for Macariums. Down here, this was actually not that expensive, mostly because I bought the colony way too cheap, thanks to a nice Danish fella. And the Outworld I got really cheap because somebody had decided that they wouldn't be in the hobby anymore and they just wanted to sell all of their stuff. This entire ant shelf is really cheap. It's just a really cheap shelf. And the different setups on there are not that expensive. I mean, we have the WaKooshi stuff. They're quite cheap, but then we also have the HighTechAnts stuff. They are a bit more expensive. I mean, looking down at this shelf, I think this, the Niger Experiment shelf, this whole shelf is, I don't know, around 100 euros, I think, because there's a lot of nest, but they're cheap. And then there's a little Outworld and an aesthetic ants thing. But it's all quite cheap. I mean, the thing about ant keeping is the hobby itself is not that expensive. But if you have one colony, the hobby is not that expensive. But if you have 28 colonies like me, the colony very quick and the hobby very quickly becomes a bit more expensive. This camera don't want to sit like it's supposed to now. So yeah. Stans Ants, you might have a look on the Discord server. You might have to look at the Discord server on the pictures on video, Mr. Hall. Oh, Mr. Hall. Okay, Stan, let's see if you have to be kicked out on this one. Oh, yeah. I'll have to see that a bit later, maybe. Can you do an WaKooshi unboxing and review? I will check the Discord later, Stan. Don't worry, I won't kick you out because I want the recording myself. Because it's quite funny how I got a wall in my head. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't really do any reviews. I've done 2 reviews on my channel in total, and that's because I don't really like doing a review before I know a lot of things about the company. And currently, I have 2 different types of WaKooshi products. And although I have a lot of one type, I have the Venus Nest, and then I have the founding module, Queen module. And I must say I'm really big fan of the founding module from WaKooshi. I think the problem with HighTechAnts connectors is they are quite loose, whereas the WaKooshi connectors are a little bit harder to use. Not harder, but you need to put a little more force into it. But then they also are that much more stuck. But yeah, I'm going to do an unboxing of the WaKooshi stuff when I get around doing my latest Niger Experiment 2021 video. The unboxing did not go that good, I can remember, because I did that. I don't know, the problem is currently I want to get the products for the colonies I want. So I have a product for all my colonies. And I don't know what next colony I have moving into some new products and what it will be or anything. So yeah, I will probably do a WaKooshi unboxing and review sometimes in the future. I will do an unboxing quite soon, but the review It will have to be a bit more later, a bit later. Yeah, the unboxing videos are my favorite videos of yours. Thank you. But you know, I can show a bit statistic right now because I'm an honest man. I just show my statistics. YouTube ranks your video depending on how much they've been watched. This is the first 7 days, and my European Fire Ants was seen 800 times after 7 days. Now in the in the bottom 3 places we have unboxings. People really don't like unboxings for some reason. I can see my Mimikaruba colony had 800 views after a week, and my unboxings had 400. And personally, I like doing unboxings because I want because often I get some stuff for free, and then I like doing unboxings. But the problem is also I feel like I owe the company to do the unboxing and do the video and do a good video that I can be proud of. Like the WaKooshi, the Laziest Night experiment in the WaKooshi setup. I feel like I have to make this video a bit quicker because WaKooshi, well, I was provided by some of these products, and therefore I want to share with you of some of these products. Also have an Ants Norway outwell currently, got that a few weeks ago. Also was provided by them, so I feel like I have to make that video soon because, well, the company may be expecting that review, and therefore I like getting stuff. But the problem is it's not free because you have to work to make a video, and the work side takes a lot of time. So it's a bit, I like doing unboxings because I get stuff, but I also need to make the videos perfect for me because I want to be proud of the video and I want them to be proud of the video. Yeah, a little bit about my unboxing videos. WaKooshi says lots of new things coming, so it'll be a lot of things to choose from. Leave cut us up. Kidding. Yeah, the problem is I don't know, I have quite a lot of products and I have quite a lot of ant colonies, and everything is a little bit messy in my head right now. I think I'm a little bit stressed at the moment with YouTube. That's also why I'm doing this stream today, to get a week's break. So yeah. Yeah, okay, apparently we love the unboxing videos. Yeah, they are fun to make. They just take extra time, and it stresses me a little bit more than the normal videos because the normal videos are just my own standards. When it's unboxing videos, I have to do proper videos, and I have to work more on them, and it will be seen less than my other videos. I don't really go that much into my statistics. I love looking at statistics. But yeah. Also, WaKooshi, did you see the review from Stan's Ant? Yeah. Yeah, best ant business in the game. Yeah, I must say I am a really big fan of WaKooshi. Yeah, totally get that. Time out is good. Music is a good healer. Yeah. It's also because I had my summer vacation and I was imagining that I wanted to do like 3 videos a week, not 3 videos a week. Last year when I had my summer vacation, I think I had 15 videos in 2 months. It was crazy, man, so many videos. And this year I had imagined that I would do 2 videos a week, and then summer vacation hit and I just lost all motivation. So yeah. Yeah, you did see this Ant review. Maybe you also commented. I don't know. You maybe did. I don't know. And George is back. Yeah, what did I want to say? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I figured it out. Now I'm not gonna make any names or anything. I'm just a regular guy making ant videos, and one day I saw a video about a review on Ant Stavy, and I started buying from Ant Stavy, and I started buying products from HighTechAnts, and I like these products. And now apparently I have taken sides on different arguments between ant stores. So there's like 20 ant stores, and again, I don't know anything about it because, well, I'm just buying products whenever I need some products and getting some products and being a happy YouTuber. But yeah, apparently I'm taking sides without really knowing, and I feel like that's a little bit sad. I have nothing against competition because, well, competition is good. It makes better products. But I feel it's a bit sad that that due to me not talking with all different ant stores, I know I've been using a lot of products from HighTechAnts. Apparently, but I know I like the outwards and I like the quality. But that's also because I don't quite know other companies. I don't know how much, so I don't know that much about WaKooshi. But now I have some WaKooshi products and I really like them. But then again, there are so many stores. I don't have anything from Ant Lab. But when they are seeing me, because most of us follow each other, I apparently pick different sides of different arguments without really knowing. And that's a little bit sad because personally, I just want to unbox some things. But yeah, it makes sense because I have more products from one store than from another store. But yeah, it's totally random. Apparently I have picked sides. And to my fiance asking how long will I stream, I'm thinking like 20 more minutes or something, because I am a little bit tired. But then again, we do still have 16 viewers right now at least. Yeah, I'm guessing to around 7:30 Danish time. So yeah, that's 26 minutes. Just bought a S6 nest and a S4 outworld. Yeah, I really want to get a WaKooshi outworld because they are quite cheap compared to a lot of other outworlds, and just a lot of people like them. So I need to get my hands on some WaKooshi outworlds sometime soon, because yeah, there's a lot of talk about them. The problem is just I'm quite bad with using my hands to like get small tweezers down. And the thing I really like about HighTechAnts is just the big lid that you just can remove. And of course, the bigger the outworld, the bigger the lid. But with this small S1 outworld, it's just quite a small space. And personally, I just get bad flashbacks because I know that when I have much room, I still have a struggle to go down and use my tweezers. More than often, I just use my hand, but I have to learn to not do that because, well, there's a lot of outworlds where you need to use your tweezers. So yeah. They have a new range of outworlds coming soon. Is a comment from Chihuahua Puppies. Yeah, maybe WaKooshi can say a little bit about that. I think WaKooshi is still in the chat, maybe. Actually, WaKooshi, thank you for being here so long, damn. But an hour, yeah. To all of those who's been here since the beginning, yeah, let me know. Probably skip some comments. Well, yeah, sorry. Yeah, okay, I did lose a lot of comments. Have you ever tried DIY Nest and DIY Outworld and it went horribly wrong? Yeah, I can just say yes to both things. I literally have a video with fail in the title. If you go into my Ant Keeping 101, I have a nest construction, and beneath that I have a nest fail video. So yeah. Okay, thanks for your help. I found a reptile shop that sells live food, but still don't plan on keeping mealworms. I'm going to keep them in my freezer. Do you know how long you can keep them? Food in the freezer can last years, so I'd change them every year. If yeah, you don't really have a timestamp on that, but you can change it every year to make sure it's pretty good. Paul says, hoping those long hard ant name Apanopsis that Graphalaxis 7 queen plus 100 workers will do good. They are refusing any protein but love fruit and jelly, and they are already laid 100 eggs, about 100 eggs. It's good they love jelly and fruit. It's a bit annoying that they don't take any protein, but I mean, as long as the colony is growing, they're growing. Good. Bought another nest a couple days ago from Stand Ant. I'm sorry to all of those watching. I'm a little bit up in the comments because I was a little bit behind. Should I add 10 more Thermoraxis? Should I add 10 more queens to my Thermoraxis? I can't remember how you say that. Colony. If the colony is polymorphic, if the colony accepts more than one queen, you could try adding one, and if the colony accepts her, you can try adding one more. I would not add all 10 at the same time, and if it's a colony that refuses to have more than one queen, I would definitely not add any more than one queen. I love the feeding platforms. Yeah, I think the feeding platforms are a really smart idea as well. Yeah. Casper is still here, thanks for letting me know. Stan has been here for a while, and Rico XO says amazing live stream. Thank you. And how did you say Chololulo? It's Noogie. What? She? Who? Yeah, it's Noogie. Yes, sorry, I do not understand that, honey. How often do your ants escape? Almost never. I had a new outworld the other day, and they escaped out of that. It was because of the outworld, not me. And I had a major break out of my Mesa Barbarous colony because my nest broke. That will be in a video, not now. But else, never. I never have any escapees. Even though I'm quite lazy with my escape protection because, well, I don't see any escapees, so I don't add it again. I haven't added escape protection for my Mimicaruba for 3 months now because, well, they haven't escaped. However, where can I get Formica? Are they still flying? I'm not sure they have flown yet here in Denmark. They are still flying. They fly at the same time as Lasius Niger. I've been following a few colonies and they have not flown yet. When do Mimicaruba fly? They fly from August to September, I think. The problem is Stan's got to go to dinner. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye to you. Mimicaruba, they don't necessarily fly up. They just crawl from one nest to another and then mate and then just go back to the first nest or just go another way. Oh, Chihuahua. 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 Chihuahua, I didn't know that's how you spelled it. Sorry, my dyslexia just went. Yeah, that's Chihuahua. I'm forgetting to write. Somebody help me. Oh, sorry, George. That's quite bad. But to end up on the Mimicaruba, I don't know how to find them because, well, they just have these half nuptial flights where they don't go up in the air. So you have to find a colony and just look at it every day and just see if there's any queens walking around like 10 meters away from the colony. And yes, WaKooshi says, and yes, there's a new outworld coming next generation 3 range. But when, WaKooshi? When? That's the question when we want. Yeah. And I think it's about time we stop the stream. And by me saying this, the stream will probably last another 10 minutes because that's how it always is. So yeah, if you have any last questions, let me know and we'll talk a little about it. Patrick says, hello from Denmark, found you on TikTok and you think it looks exciting. Yeah, ants are definitely crazy exciting. Okay, crazy may be a big word because they are quite small and slow. But yeah, of course I did not know anything because did the stream just die? No data. Stream. Oh, are we back? Are we back? I think we are back without being sure. I think we're back. Yeah. So just to answer once again, Patrick. It takes I don't recommend necessarily getting ants straight away like Casper. Just kidding. He's also from Denmark, so yeah, I'm just making fun of Casper. Yeah. But yeah, I followed Ants Canada and different ant keepers, Ants Scandinavia, Ants Australia, for a few years because I just fell more and more in love with the community, the hobby, ant keeping as a general, and then I started ant keeping myself. So you don't necessarily have to keep ants straight away, because there is a lot to learn, and it's a really exciting hobby also just to follow other colonies. The thing is also I have 28 colonies, I think. And when I make one video on one colony and wait a few months and then make a new video, it's quite nice because from your standpoint, it just grew a lot. It grew a lot, but when you're having your ants from 1 month to another, it may not grow that much, but that's just because it's so far between the videos. But when you're watching the Lacius Flowers playlist and just seeing, oh, grow, and then keep ants in real life, it's not that fast. So yeah, you can definitely start by just following because it's exciting. So yeah. Dodge says every time to go to the forest, hopefully find Fumica Fusca. I get chased by hornets. Yeah, I got chased by one the other day as well, or not a hornet, but a big bee was after me and I wasn't too happy. And then it decided to leave me alone, so that was quite happy. WaKooshi says soon, depends on how long the other project takes. Leafcutter, etc. Other species specific nest, etc. Yeah, I get it. You're a big store and therefore you don't have that much time because you also have to run a store. So yeah, it makes sense that you may not prioritize getting new outworlds if the old ones are getting sold a lot. Reiko says, I'm very new to the hobby. I've now bought a Mesobarbarus colony and the queen is laying eggs. I've got like 12 workers. Now I want to buy a big outworld with a nest where they can dig in. Mesobarbarus is not a species where you just make a dirt nest because they store seeds down there. So if you water it, the seeds may grow. So therefore it may be a little bit specialized nest you have to get if you want that dirt setup at least. But yeah, I definitely think it's way too early. I'd just keep them in a test tube setup, and if they start growing like crazy, I'd add a small outworld and just let them have a small outworld. And then when they grow to maybe 50 workers, give them a small nest, give them a bigger outworld, and slowly upscale over the few weeks and the few months and the few years. Like I just, my Lacius niger have had a teeny tiny outworld for, I can just get it. This right here is one of my DIY outworlds, just a box with some holes and some cotton. My nigers used this for half a year, I think, but then they started to be able to escape because there's no escape protection because it's just a box. And then so yeah, you don't have to get anything big before the colony gets big. So yeah, it may take a bit time before you need a big outworld and a big nest. The thing is important is that the more space the colony has, and the smaller the colony is, the more stress they will get because, well, a big nest and a small colony equals to a stressed small colony. Shadow says, in the UK, Lacius niger nuptial flights have happened and I was away, and yeah, it's really annoying when you're not home when there's nuptial flights. I hear you have a heat wave over there currently, so yeah, that's quite annoying. Last year, Lacius niger only had 2 nuptial flights due to heat waves as well, and they just did not get the correct days. But this year we have already 3 different nuptial flights. That's quite crazy. So yeah, it's annoying, but that's just how it is, sadly. Not much to do when nature is nature. Can you name every colony I have? Sure, if I get my phone, because I have written it down. I currently have Lacius niger, Lacius flavus, Lacius fuliginosus, Myrmica Mesobarbarus, Camponotus herculeus, Camponotus ligniperta, Camponotus Nicobarensis, Formica fusca, Novometa coccorelli, Pieli Fidoli Pieli, and Tetramorium caspitum, and I'm currently rating for Acromyrmex octoposus. There we go. Nice and quick. That's how you like it. How's your Herculinus major doing? The major is doing good. The colony is doing fine, really slow at the moment, but that's because they just have larvae. My biggest Mesobarbarus colony is about 70 to 90 workers, was killed in 30 days ago by a Lacius niger from outside. Ah, that's so sad. Ah, that's so sad. IKEA, the heat wave have passed now. Ah, that's quite nice. That means you can start buying colonies online again. I saw dozens of dead queens of some I saw dozens of dead queens because of some children next to my house. Yeah, that's just annoying. That's sad. Yeah, that's sad. Can you take a picture of your Mesobarbarus and post it on Discord? If it's me, yes. If it's another one, yeah, maybe. I'm about to get 2 majors on my biggest Vegas colony. Congratulations! It's always nice having some majors. I never got any majors in my Vegas colony because I was dumb and I killed them because I stressed them. And with that all being said, I think it's time to end the stream. So one last question, if we have one last question within the next 2 minutes. So I'll just read your questions, and if it's not good enough, we'll just take it and throw it away. Not really, because it's a screen and I can't take it away. You don't have to. I was joking. Yeah, okay. Well, as I made a picture a long time ago, and it's exactly the same setup as in my YouTube video. Today it's just a little bit more fixed together with some tape because they escaped. And do you like ducks and water? Yes, I like ducks and water. So yeah, now I have to stop the stream because I answered Shadow. Can you help me find some Mr. Barbers? Sorry, I don't know where they are in the world compared to you. I don't know if they're native. I don't know what habit they live in because I don't know anything about wild Mr. Barbers, as we don't have them here in Denmark. Any last questions? What Cambonotus species do you want the most? Herculinus I have. That was one of the species I wanted. I also have Ligniperta, another species I've wanted. And Nicobarensis, another species I wanted. I don't need any more Cambonotus currently. Although Cambonotus phalanx or something should be quite interesting. I don't know anything about them, and I haven't done any research, so I don't know anything for sure. I feel like people have had time to see the different they have had time to ask their questions. You're welcome, George. Have a nice Holleufer. I'ma go. Have a nice day. I'ma go. Yeah. Goodbye, Lucas. It is time to end it. So thank you all for watching. It has been a fun 1 hour and 20 minutes. Barbers live in Spain, Portugal, Italy, and North America. Yeah, but in what environment? What environment? Could you make another channel that just has the stream on it? Stream of one colony. Maybe in the future. I would like to do a 24-hour stream. Maybe in the future. That's all I will say. Getting a Fichinustum. They seem cool. I don't know the species, but yeah, congratulations. Goodbye to everybody. Goodbye. I'm about to end the stream. It's been going on for quite a long time. A good long comment from the Ant Warrior should be our last question. I'm going on a holiday for 2 weeks. After the next week, hopefully my mystery box that I won and the 2 queens will come. So I have a video to upload on my holiday. I won the mystery box of £70. If it's that mystery box you're talking about being a sponsored video, it's not sponsored because you won it, so that's different. But yeah, just to refer back to our earlier question. Yeah, make a 24-hour stream. Yeah, well, maybe. The problem is you have to get a good camera to do a stream, because this camera right here, if I want to record my ants, it's quite hard because they're small, and I can't get it closer. But yeah, next video will be on Thursday, and it will be about my new Cambonotus nicobarensis colony. But yeah, it is time to end it, and I've said it a few times, but it's now time to end it for real. I'm now having my hand on the end stream button. We have spies from IKEA, Kai, WaKooshi. The Ant Warrior says bye. Shadow says bye. Dodge says bye. My daily dose of ants. Weekly. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, George. Anyway, goodbye everybody. It's been nice having a stream with you, and I'm just gonna end it by saying bye. And now I've pressed end. The thing is, when I press end, I'm not sure when it ends. So yeah, I'm just gonna say it once again. Bye. End.